During the colonial period in Rwanda in the early 20th century, there was a close linking of poor with the ethnic label Hutu. In contrast, despite the fact that the vast majority of the Tutsi tribe were themselves poor peasants, Tutsis became increasingly associated with economic wealth and political power. These identities were institutionalized, fixed. The Hutu, as poor, subordinate to the Tutsi elite. What happened was a manipulation of labels. This manipulation of labels led to the formation of exaggerated stereotypes based on visible bodily differences. From then on, they were used in socio-political agendas, leading to a series of hatred and violence. Murakazaneza. Welcome to Kibeho, a small village in the southern province of Rwanda. It's known as a place of sadness, darkness, and rain. According to the local inhabitants, this is why Mary, as Our Lady of Sorrows, chose to appear there. I didn't know about these apparitions until I arrived in January of 2017. Coincidentally, or maybe not, Kibeho is where the Educational Institute for the Blind is located. I went to Rwanda to teach English at this institute. I didn't teach the kids though, I taught their teachers. Initially, I thought I could make this short film about my mission, but my footage showed a lot more than that.
What's your name?
My name is Jesus of Fabrice.
Wow. And you?
No.
What's your name?
My name is...
The school is run by the Franciscan Sisters, Servants of the Cross, an order specifically devoted to work with the blind. In the Rwandan culture, blindness has been associated with being accursed. Because of this, blind kids are often unwanted by their families. They seldom have opportunities to be proven useful to their communities, let alone go to school or learn how to be independent. Today, this mentality is slowly changing thanks to schools like this one. The kids at this particular institute come from all over Rwanda, some even from the Congo and Burundi. A few years ago, the Polish radio donated studio equipment to the school. It's not used often because no one really knows how to operate it. This room mainly serves as creative space. Regis, Levi, Emmanuel, and Bruno are known in their school as the Star Boys Band. They like to sing pop songs, Rwandan traditional melodies, and sometimes fuse the two together. Music for them is a form of expression. They can sit in this room for hours. This is the primary school choir, one of the two at the school. Their repertoire consists mainly of religious songs. This is because during the week and on Sundays, the school is asked to lead the congregation in song. They serve their local community with their talents. Aside from serving in the parish church, the school also sings at the Shrine of Our Lady of Kibeho, built after the apparitions that concluded in 1982. This Sunday was special because the Gospel spoke of Jesus healing the blind. Let me take a step back and reflect. For me, teaching English was a planned task that in the end turned out to be a fruitful experience. However, I wanted more. I wanted to participate in the life of the kids, participate in their mission in the school community and the local community in Kibeho. Saint Therese of Lisieux, a patron of missionaries, once said, "At last I have found my vocation. In the heart of the church, I will be love." For some reason, choosing love as my vocation in Rwanda made all the sense. It was a liberating idea, moving me away from my narrow focus on myself as the missionary. Being love, as Saint Therese says, placed me in a position of giving and taking, of teaching and learning. And as weird as it sounds, I wanted to follow these blind students and let myself be their disciple by participating in their mission.
Muvuge. turi muri studios za Voice of Children, turi kumwe na producer Dominica. Dominica, how are you? Turi kumwe n'abaririmbyi nabo Miro biri mu producer muri Voice of Children, turi kumwe na
And we're back with the Star Boys Band. For fun, they enjoy to improvise their own radio station, which they call the Voice of Children. Since their native language is Kinyarwandan, most of the time I'm not sure what they are talking about. But one thing I know is that their range of topics is never exhausted, as one day we spent a good hour in the studio just putting on a fake show. This time, Regis was the host, Levy and Innocent were the guests, and since I operated the system, they made me their producer. I was embarrassed at how uncreative my responses were compared to theirs.
About your product, how you record some songs. Welcome in our studio.
Yes, thank you. I'm very happy to be here with very talented.
Yes, so this one goes here. This one goes here. The second one,
Regis was the only student at the blind school who knew how to play the guitar. Well, he knows how to play about 6 chords. When we met, he asked me if I could help him improve. I said yes. I wanted him to grow in his talent, and so I did what I could, even though I myself didn't know how to play the guitar.
yes. If you want to cheat, you can just do this, and this. Is this easier?
This one.
In the process, he taught me how to sing songs in Kinyarwanda, and in return, he asked me to teach him Christian praise and worship songs in English. I showed him Lord I Need You by Matt Mayer, to which he memorized the lyrics and chords in 3 days. Another observation I made during my stay at the school is how much blind students rely on touch to function. They walk in pairs, they hold hands. The other serves as an extension of the person's control of the space they're in. At one point, I asked the sisters if I could take over the physical education mods and teach the kids some couple dancing. I myself love going to Zumba, so I mainly used Latin music to teach them basic steps. It allowed them to be creative with the concept of the other's support and touch. After a few months of so-called Zumba classes, we threw a big party during which we all got to show our new moves. After reflecting on my participation in their daily lives, here's what I can conclude with. The blind kids share in a mission within the Institute's wall, inspiring each other. They are witnesses to each other's creativity, motivation, action, and knowledge. Their missionary discipleship is seen in their small community where everyone has a function to fulfill, whether it's playing an instrument, helping a friend walk to the bathroom, or getting a bucket of water to wash the dinner dishes. Outside of the Institute's walls, I realized that they serve their community in a way I never could, mainly by their unique participation in the liturgy. They affirm their dignity as blind students by sharing common charisms like reading, altar serving, and singing, but most uniquely, sharing the charism of their disability, blindness. The identity I captured in the context of their missionary service for each other and their community is not about differences in appearance. I captured creative, active, curious, eager to learn, talented, opinionated, funny, loving, real people.
Show me the way. Show me the way. So that I may follow you. Wow!